What's going on, everyone? So we're going to look at Ripple today, XRP, and there was a major announcement last night that I want to share with you guys that I thought was awesome to see. And we'll just take a quick look at the price. You'll see what's going on. But for the most part, I'd say the price isn't doing too much, at least for the first part of this week. But here we are on the chart. And just remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any investments. All right, so let's get started. So I'm using the US dollar pair with Bitfinex exchange. So if you're using a different exchange, your chart might look a little different. But for the most part, we can see here that at least on the 1 hour time frame, we have just bounced off of this 50 EMA. We do have a green candlestick, so that could indicate that we could see a trend upward for a bit. And so far, let's actually go over to CoinMarketCap and let's just take a look at what's going on. All right, so let me just bring up CoinMarketCap really quick, just so I can see like how the overall cryptocurrency market is doing for today. So Bitcoin up 58.9, almost 59K. So I mean, it's making some moves today. ETH following into 1.8, and here we can see we got XRP Ripple at rank number 7 still. And the current 24-hour period, we are slightly green. 7 days is slightly red, but no big deal. Market cap for today is 25.7 bill. All right, so that was just a quick overview on the general market. And now let's get back to the chart. All right, so here, seems like short term for the most part, ever since this massive sell-off right here, which look at this dip, up from this price to pretty much this right here, you know, like almost 20%. I don't say it's massive, but, you know, it's minor dip right there. And then after that, we've pretty much been trending upwards and been maintaining our position above the 50 EMA. So if this were to continue and we see some more green candlesticks, more buyers come in, we could see this consolidate for a bit, you know, slightly increase, give or take, or we can see this continue going sideways and just, you know, chill around the 50 EMA. In terms of worst case, let's say it sells off, maybe Bitcoin drops quite a bit, then yeah, we do have some minor support, I'd say, in this area. aka we just basically would dip below the 50 EMA. And then obviously looking, you know, from a farther viewpoint, and if I could change this to like the 4-hour charts, and I'll just shrink this stuff here, you can see that there's still quite some room that this could drop below. But for the most part, and I did this in my other video too, gave a general overview, is, I mean, ever since like way back, let me make this even smaller so you guys can see. For the most part, Ripple has been trending upwards for basically since like December of 2020. And it has yet formed some highs and some lows, but for the most part, I mean, looks like we're heading upward and up, and we're getting closer towards the 70, 80, and then hopefully potentially we can break out of that $1 price point. So in terms of the general overview, it seems like as long as any of the issues that they have, you know, to get back on exchanges, all that stuff gets solved, then we could see Ripple's price break out and surge up. But until then, it's still, you know, we still got a lot of time to wait and get some more confirmation on what's going on. But for the most part, short term, it looks like it's handling its position and doing quite well. RSI, it's, you know, it's not overbought, oversold yet, so there's not really much indication on that part. And overall, just the buying volume and demand, it's not as crazy for the day at least. So in terms of today, not really much is going on. But let's just take a quick look at the potential gain would need to reach if we were to hit the $1. So actually, let me shrink this over just so we can see this. And at least right now, current price point 56. That's about, you know, closer to, you know, looks like 70+%, give or take. And that's basically that gain, assuming they can break up to the $1 price point. But at least right now, the recent high we had was 75 cents. So maybe we could see that first. We do have some resistance levels up here. Looks like 63. Give or take, that we would like to break out first, because if we can break out these highs first, then we could touch and go break out to the potential 75 plus. But for the most part, again, this is, I'm not going to focus too much on the price for this video. I want to look more at this update, which I'll show you guys right now. So check this out. I saw this last night and I was like, I can't wait to make a video about this. But basically, Ripple acquires a 40% stake in Asia's leading cross-border payment specialist, Tranglow. So this was posted last night, I believe, and I'll just go give you guys a quick brief summary on here. So pretty much, Ripple has agreed to acquire 40% of Asia's leading cross-border payment specialist, Tranglow, and we'll actually hop over to their website and see, you know, what they're about to in a second. But this partnership enables Ripple to meet growing customer demand in the region, expand the reach of the RippleNet ODL, aka on-demand liquidity service, and this, which uses the digital asset XRP to instantly send money and reduce working capital needs. So just from the title, you don't have to go into more detail, is basically it seems like Ripple's expanding its network and use cases. So again, I had someone else comment talking about my other video on Stellar XLM, Stellar Lumens. If you guys know, that's kind of a similar business, but it's not exactly the same. But in the end, we're just chatting and talking about like who ends up being the top person, like which one do people end up using. So basically, if Ripple decides to just dominate the market and everyone's using their product, then guess what? We could see Ripple dominate, and then next thing you know it, all the competitors could fall far behind. So that's just something I'd like to see more progress in terms of expanding and being used around the world. And here just talks more about the history of Tranglow and how they're a pioneer for cross-border payments. And you can also leverage here that states, as Ripple broadens ODL footprint in the region, RippleNet customers using ODL will be able to leverage Ripple's line of credit so they can free up working capital and scale cross-border payments into more markets than ever before. And then there's some detail that say regarding this. And this is interesting because this showcases that Ripple is actually going out there now and they're being utilized in, at least right now, this is mainly in Southeast Asia, it seems like. So for instance, you can check out here, enriching the payments ecosystem in Southeast Asia, the fastest growing region for RippleNet adoption. And I've been overseas too, and just depending on where you've been, it's certain areas are, I'd say, very difficult to utilize certain things, right? Certain areas might be currently developed, or you're like in the middle of nowhere, and certain access to things like in the States is completely different, right? So if you're wanting to get internet or even use your phone, you might not have signal. And just also having bank accounts and things of that nature, depending on where you're from, at least in Southeast Asia, it can be very difficult. And then in America, at least, we have much more better access to things of that nature. So I don't think people really realize like the difference between other countries versus at least the States. I can't speak for anything aside from those, but definitely comment below if you have any other thoughts regarding at least Southeast Asia's markets, and then how Ripple and other technologies can advance them, and then potentially bring that technology to other parts of the world. But overall, this was just a quick look, a general overview on this. And then here we're just looking at, this is Tranglow's website, because I've never heard of them before, but I just want to show you guys like who they're partnering with. And so far that site looks quite legit. It seems like they're a legit company, and they've done 6.91 billion processes worldwide. So I mean, they've actually done some numbers. Obviously, Ripple's market cap is more than what they process, but for the most part, I mean, they've done some numbers, right? It's not just some random company that just started process a couple mil, right? And then here you can check out their about page, and then just showcases more about their team and their timelines. You can see here, this is their timeline and historical data. So this is some cool fun facts I just want to share with you guys here. And they have actually quite a bit of offices too. So they're global, cool, interesting company here. So that was some cool, interesting insights I want to share with you guys today. So what are your price predictions for XRP Ripple? Comment them down below. And then also, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button and like this video. And one last thing, if you guys want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then be sure to click the first link in the description below. Sign up for an account, and as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And aside from that, I'll see you in the next one.